Today we are going to get started with Snowflake with AWS. Today, since it's the very first class, we will not be going through in depth of all the syllabus or anything. We'll just understand what is data, so why data is important to any company, and how cloud helps us to improve any business. And then we'll try to understand what are the traditional data engineering tools that were used, and what is the modern data engineering tools, and why Snowflake is in demand in current market. We'll try to understand this. This is the main agenda of today's class, so that it will give you a better idea why you should go with a Snowflake in this course. Okay, so let's get started. Just a minute. Okay. Before starting, this is a very small introduction about myself. So myself is Shiva Sagar. You can call me Shiva or Sagar. Anything is fine. So total I have around 7+ years now. Nearly it's 8 years of experience in IT. From past 5 years, I've been mainly working on the cloud related work. Now you can say that I worked as a cloud data engineer from past 5 years. I worked on more than 20+ cloud data engineering projects where I worked on various domains. Okay, I worked on healthcare, I worked on finance, I worked on banking domain as well, e-commerce, HR. These are the various domains I have worked, so I have some idea on this domain as well. So coming to cloud expertise, which I have worked on this AWS, Azure, and Microsoft Fabric also I have been working recently. So coming to any data cloud technologies, which other tools I have worked is like Snowflake, DBT, Matillion, and Databricks. So I have that wide area of knowledge which tools have been widely used in market and how they are using it, so I can help you all how to implement those things in the coming days. This is a very small introduction about myself, and currently I'm working with JP Morgan through one of the recommended MNC company, where I mainly working as a database solution consultant. Okay, from past 1+ years I've been mentoring in KSR Data Vision as a cloud data engineer. This is a very short introduction about myself. In coming days, we'll discuss more about my experience, what all things I have faced as challenges, so that I can help you through in the course. Okay. Now let's get started. You can hear me now, guys. Just give a confirmation if you are able to hear me. So
Yeah, we can able to hear.
sure. Thank you for that. Now let's get started. Now, before getting starting, I have one small question for you. So you have joined this course particularly for data engineering, right? So you take KSR as well. In KSR, we have wide range of different courses. But 80% of our course is related to data. You have data analysts, you have data scientists, you have data engineers. We have other courses as well which we are teaching, but our main motto is related to data. Now, my question is, what is data? I would like to make this as an interactive. Please do answer, and we'll make it as interesting rather than boring. And even I only talking. Let's make it as an interactive, so that in two-way we can communicate. And if I'm missing anything, I can learn from you guys also. Okay. So I just want to know, what is data? What comes to your mind? What is data?
Collection of raw facts is nothing but data.
Collection of raw facts. Okay. Then anyone?
In daily life, we are
Collection of
using
information.
data. Like in WhatsApp, we are using, or on social media, whatever we were posting messages, the reels,
Okay.
everything
Okay.
we can denote as a data.
Okay. Okay. Is there anyone who would like to answer? Okay. Now, so I would say data is nothing but it's a raw facts for sure. It can be figures, it can be information that can be stored, processed, and analyzed. Okay, you need to understand this. The data is called data when it can be stored, processed, and analyzed. Only then we can call it as data. Okay, so data can be anything: raw facts, figure, information that we can store, process, and analyze. For example, now you are thinking in your mind to take this course, but that is there in your mind. We are not having that piece of information with us, so that we cannot store that anything. Whoever is joining, for example, person X is interested in this particular course, and if you want to connect with you or contact with you and help you figure out which course is best for you, or what are you lagging, what are your confusions, we don't know that, because that is still there in your mind. But once you log in our website and you enter your information, we have some information about yourself. Now we can connect you and we can give some counseling to you and help you out. So that can be happen only when it is stored, processed, and analyzed. So we can say data. This is very important. Just data is not a raw fact. We need to store it, process it, and analyze. That's the main thing I wanted to guide you through. Like what is data, and data can be anything. But when data is important, when it is structured and analyzed, and based on that we can make decision. Okay, that is what data is. Now, next question is, what comes to your mind when you say data? Anyone?
Bunch of information.
Okay, well, like what? I just want an example. A few examples would be great.
Like if my friends are whenever I'm connecting with my friends in through mobile or WhatsApp, anything, we will discuss something, movies or like any job or any
Yep,
courses.
yep,
There is a
yep,
lot of
yep,
conversation between happen to me and my friends. In that,
yep,
a lot of data also is generated automatically.
yep.
So
That's correct. That's correct. So whenever you say data, these things comes into the picture. Let me move this. Okay. These things come into the picture. So it can be numbers and stats, which are related to any particular business or anything. It can be information about your name, address, contact list, which you can store in your phone. It can be images also. You click your images in your phone, you make a videos, and you can post that in your social media, right? That can also be a data. That is data for some companies. Now you're posting that in Instagram. That is for Instagram. That is your data. You work on your data and try to build ads on top of that. Okay, they study your data. That is also data. There is, for if you are having any business and you check your sales records, what are the transactions, or in bank system, you can check credit, debit, what all things are going for the particular account. That is also data. And whenever you go and click any website, there is also a data generated. Any sensors in the readings, that is generating a data. So these all things are the data. Now, what I can say is, think if you have a kitchen, right? In kitchen, the data is like your ingredients. Okay, it can be any type of vegetables, it can be any type of masalas, it can be anything. But that ingredients, when you bring together, analyze, and cook, and you get a delicious meal, right? In the same way, data is raw until and unless you make, process, and clean, and you utilize it. It is of no use. Okay, this is a small thing I wanted to give an example. So what is data and what comes in your mind when you say data? Now, further, we'll go ahead and see why we need data. I want to illustrate with you. So let me go to, just a minute. Okay, let me go to this notepad. Okay, now I have a question for you. Okay, now let's see why data is important. Okay, now you have now joined this course to learn particular skills and advance in your career for sure. Now, in your life, with your friends, colleagues, or cousins, anyone in your life, you have discussed one particular business that you would like to start, thinking it's a very easy to get started. Anyone which is that kind of a business? Out of 10 times, 8 times we discuss this with our colleagues, friends, or anything.
movies.
Kind of a business, I'm asking. Let's say you will be sitting with your friends and say, you'll be having a sip of tea and you discuss this. If you do this, it will be a very good, we can make
Cafeteria.
money. Sorry?
Cafeteria business.
Yeah. Exactly. This all everyone thinks about this, right? Let's start a business that is a restaurant. It's very easy to get started, no headache, nothing to worry. Just we get started, we make money. But it's not that easy. Today we'll take example of that and see. Let's say we are starting a restaurant. Okay, we all are starting a restaurant. We as a group we are starting. Let's think, and we are starting a restaurant called as a Data Bytes. Let's name it as a Data Bytes, and we'll see how we can progress this business. Okay. Now you all are entrepreneur. You should think in that way and you should answer in that way. Let me see some charts. Okay, we can see some charts also. Oh, voice is not clear. Is it? Are you able to hear me?
Yes, clear.
Shesha, please rejoin. I guess it is the issue for your side. Okay. So now we started a business called restaurant business called as a data bank. Now, before starting any business, what you usually you have to plan to start a restaurant business. What all things you will be doing? I want you to answer that.
First place we will choose which type of place,
Okay.
this business is.
Okay.
Then we do analysis of the existing, what are the hotels available there.
Okay.
What kind of people they are into, what kind of people.
Okay. Budget and current market, what is the price? Like that information.
Okay, I can say menu. Can I say menu?
Menu and marketing.
Okay, marketing.
And about the competition.
Okay, competition.
Hiring staff.
Okay. Staff. Okay.
Materials
Anything?
also.
Good. Materials.
Government approval.
Okay. Approval. Okay. Yep. These are the main things usually we take care. Now, in these things you have covered most of the thing, but I would say instead of again saying people, hotel availability, competition, approval, these all things I can put into a one category, that is data, right? Now, you said these are all things you need to do, but how you are going to get this information? You're saying hotel availability, you're saying, right? You're saying place. Okay, fine. Place is good thing. Now, under this place or this, you don't know anyone there. Now, suppose you are new to Bangalore, okay? You stay in some other place and you are new to Bangalore and you want to start a business. You don't know anyone. From where you are going to get this data?
We can search around wherever
From internet.
Okay, internet. Okay. Now, I would like to ask you a question. Whatever things you search in internet, is it true always?
No.
90%.
Sorry?
90%.
Okay, 90% of that is true. Okay.
It depends on the source.
Source. Okay. Now, yeah, I wanted to know this answer. Now, what can be your source to start a business as a small restaurant? Have you ever used this? Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is this? What they're doing?
It's a mobile application where we can order the food and then it will reach.
Okay. Now, I would say you are 60 to 70% correct. It's a food application where you can order a food and you can consume a food. But Swiggy and Zomato doesn't run on these alone. It's mainly runs on one business called as restaurant outsourcing, or you can say helping the small business to set up their restaurant. Now, how they can
platform as service.
Yeah, platform as a service. They can give a cloud kitchen, that's one thing, but you don't want to go with this same Zomato or Swiggy, because if you go with them, you have to give a plenty of the cuts to them, okay? But you only need information for this particular place. Is it in this particular place, whether there are any schools, hospitals, or any IT software companies, you need to know that, okay? You can see in Google and you can get few information, but you don't know how people are coming regularly to that particular place to have food. There might be a college where there might not be spending huge amount, right? As a student, you don't have that much budget. So based on that, you need to define your menu. That's one thing. And if it's any software engineer or any IT related hub is there, you can extend your menu and make it as some exclusive menu so that you can have more money. Okay. Based on that, you need to hire a chef. It's not like you are having a very small little restaurant and you are having a 5-star chef, because he'll be charging you hefty for his salary, right? So what these Swiggy and Zomato guys are doing, they are daily they are collecting information. You order anything, they collect, they put that data into their servers or any database, and they
Sagar,
have
seems
their,
your voice is breaking.
okay. Is it for everyone?
No. It's clear.
It's clear.
No.
It's clear for us.
Yeah, can you please rejoin? Okay. So what happens is this Swiggy and Zomato people, they have the data. They know at the particular place which restaurant is going to run. So when you go and contact them, you can say, no, I don't want to tie up with you. You please give me the information. I'll pay for you. Now they guide you all the things to start the restaurant. They help you out. And then with the help of that data, you can start the restaurant. Now, as I said, if your data is wrong, your restaurant business will go down within a month. Have you ever seen I have seen, for example, there is one place nearby home. I have seen that one particular shop. I have seen more than 4 to 5 restaurants have changed in that particular place in last 1 year. Why you think that is happening there? Anyone with have an idea? There's one particular place, okay? That shop is there. In that shop, for every 3 to 4 months, new person will come. He renovates that shop and he starts a new restaurant business. Again, after 3 months, he shut down it. And again, another 1 month, another person comes and again he starts the business. Why?
I think he didn't analyze properly for the business.
Yeah.
Without
Sorry,
proper plan.
cannot hear you.
Without proper plan.
He has every proper plan. He has made a best interior work, has a good budgeting menu, everything is good.
Maybe
But
the setup is
didn't understand the customer policy, customer information, what they want. They need to clean the data properly, and then he has to satisfy the customers.
Yeah,
maybe that might made they failed it.
Yeah. So what I would say, he has that restaurant. Beside that, there is one very big restaurant. Okay, that's a South Indian restaurant which he has everything: Chinese, South Indian, North Indian, everything, and he has a sitting place. He has everything. Now, as a customer, if you see that small restaurant and if you see that very big restaurant, which you will go and try to have that service, good service, which one is going to give you?
Always go for big
Yeah.
hotel.
Yeah. So
it
that's the
depends
reason.
actually of the mind. Depends on
Yeah,
the
it
mind.
depends.
Suppose the
It
small,
depends.
small shop, if there is a unique, USP, okay, we can go to that particular shop only, right?
Yep.
So depends
I can
on, he has
totally
to be,
agree with that.
yeah, he has to be different, even though there is a big hotel available. But a lot of restaurant, if you see that we used to travel for 2-3 kilometers and we can go to there, right? Because of that USP, yeah, the menu, the taste they're given, right?
Yep. That's the same thing I wanted to inform. Now that restaurant is also selling idli dosa. This guy is also selling idli dosa. There is no difference at all between those two restaurants, and the quality of the food is also okay. So now you have a family, you want to go and have a sitting space, you go to the big restaurant. It all depends. Okay. Now instead of starting a idli dosa, if I started any small food chain like any fast food that could have charts or anything. Based on that, he could have run a successful business. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, Swiggy and Zomato have these all kind of information at that particular place, which all restaurant has started. It has all the historical information. Now they can give you a data to get started. Okay. Now imagine you got all the information. You made a best place, best interior. You sorted out your menu. You have a good place. You know that there is a college, and you based on that you have started a fast food chain. And you did the marketing, everything gone well. Now you have started, and today is your first day, and you see, due to the launch offer, you see hundreds of customers are coming. Okay. Now let's see, once you start a business, what all issues we are going to face. Okay. Now, first and foremost thing, now you are new to restaurant business, you have started it. Now, when you start any food chain, you hire a waiter. Now you have 100 customers, you have a small sitting space. They have come, they have sit. And as soon as your waiter comes, he takes an order, but you don't have anything. He takes order, let's say he takes order, okay, in a piece of paper. Okay, he takes that order in a piece of paper and he goes and give to the chef. Now, since you have a lot of customers, right? He has to manage all the customers in the restaurant. He's the only guy who's taking the orders. Now, what he does in a hurry, just right, if a customer has ordered pizza, he just say pizza and he just goes and give to the chef. Now, as a chef, I don't know what is this pizza, right? He just ignores that order. Whatever the other orders are there, he start preparing that. And as a chef, I don't know which customer has ordered first, which customers are order later. I just got a piece of paper and I'm cooking on top of that. Now, have you ever experienced this? Whenever you go restaurant, you order something, but you get something or your order is delayed. Have you experienced this?
Yes.
How you feel at that time? You get frustrated?
Feel very bad, and in that mind, we don't want to come again this kind of hotel like that.
Yeah. So if this happens, just imagine how bad the business is affected, right? Now, to fix this, what we can do? We can have one digital data service, okay? Digital data service where we can easily manage our day-to-day orders and everything. Have you ever seen, you have gone to a particular restaurant, they say, sir, there is a QR code in your particular table. Can you please scan it and order? Or have you seen there is a particular person or a waiter is having something in his hand and he is making a note of all the orders which you have taken? Have you ever seen that?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, what is that? What he's doing? He's doing a data collection. He's making sure whatever the data he's taking is valid. So if you order, I want a medium-sized pizza and 2 in number, he's making that, and for particular table, he's adding that information. And as soon as he clicks that, that piece of information goes to chef. In kitchen, there will be another system which is tracking these all things. Okay, it will give an idea for him. Even he has a standardized menu in that particular system, so he can't just add pizza, right? He have to mention that all the information and then click. So now chef has that information and he knows that. Okay, he knows which order is ordered first, then he will start preparing that. Now, just implementing a small system of data collection, he has improved his business and he has a good satisfaction. He satisfied his customer giving the correct item which is ordered. Do you agree with this?
Yes.
Okay. Now let's go to the next thing. Okay. Now you fixed your data system collection, everything. Now you think you are a chef. Okay. Now if you are a chef, to prepare anything, what you need? You need ingredients. Now, where do we keep these ingredients in kitchen?
In pantry closet.
Okay, we can say that is an inventory, right? Where we'll be keeping all the items. Okay. Now, imagine as a chef, you are the one who have to take care of these things. Now, you see in you now as a customer, I have ordered a large size margarita cheese pizza. Now, when that order comes to you and see in your inventory, you see there is no cheese. Now, will you tell the customer saying, sir, we don't have cheese at this moment, so please adjust this time. Next time we'll give extra cheese. Or you can say your customer, sir, we have ordered it through Blinkit or Zomato. It will take 10-15 minutes. Can you wait for 15 minutes until the cheese comes? You can go and tell your customer. What will be your reaction when they say that as a customer? Right. It will be very bad experience, right? We can't go and say that. If you go that, again, the customer satisfaction level goes down and again, it will affect your business. And there might be a particular items, for example, broccoli. We use that broccoli for salad, right? And you have ordered 10 kgs of broccoli, but you are consuming only 2 kgs of broccoli per day. Now, this 8 kg of broccoli is wasting every day. Now, this is a wastage, right? Now, why this is happening? There is no proper tracking system, right? There is no proper tracking system for the inventory. Now, to fix this, we have another, I would say, digital system, which where we can, as a chef here, every day you are mentioning, okay, this is what the information, these all the raw materials we have. This is what required, has a status, is required, is it not required? And based on this information, you can see which kind of raw materials have been daily used and what have need to order for particular day. And you can again save a lot of cost in this. Do you agree with me?
Yeah.
Now, as here, you are what you're doing, managing your data, right? You are managing your data and you are making sure your data, all the information which you have is correct. Now, you did everything in kitchen and waiter side. Now, next, as an end of a day or as an end of a month, you check one thing. That is what do you check?
Sales.
Yeah, exactly. Now you're going to check a sales, but you don't know anything about it. Now you made a order tracking system, right? There might be a piece of information, but if you don't have that order tracking system and you're just giving in a piece of paper and you don't know which kind of items that is sold for particular day or particular month, and what kind of item is selling at what time is your busy hours, and which is a or I'd say which is a hot selling item in your menu, you don't know anything. Now you can't analyze that data, right? Now that's another problem. To do that, you need to have a proper system to analyze the data. Okay. Now what you see here is you are collecting your data, you are managing your data, and then you are analyzing data. If you do this, then only your small restaurant, even after after having all the data, can run properly. Now, what do you think after seeing this example? What's the main important thing that is required for any business? Not only this, any business.
Data, proper data.
Yeah. Yeah. The data is everything. That's what we need. And if we don't have that that data managing properly, everything is going to be doomed. Okay. Now this is what I wanted to explain you. Let's go back to PPT. Okay. So having a proper data will help you making a decision making, efficiency, everything. So what I would say, when you structure your data, what it does, it helps you in faster decision making. Now you can make the decision, right? Which product is selling more, which is a hot selling product, and why, which is a not hot selling product. For example, in a restaurant, you have in afternoon, there is no customer, the particular number of customers are not coming. Now you can make some offers, you can launch a combo offer so that at that particular time you can attract the people. Okay, in this way you can make a fast decision. Now you can make a better inventory. Now I gave an example for restaurant. It can be any business, right? If you are making an inventory system, you can make and track and manage that inventory system. You can increase your customer experience. Now on a regular basis, when you take a feedback from your customer, you have that information also, right? Based on that, you can increase the experience of a customer as well, and you are in doing all these three things. What will be happening? You can increase your revenue. Once you increase your revenue, your profit will be increased. Now, once your profit is increased, you can have an operational efficiency. You have enhance your operations, and once you do that, you have great business. Now you can think of a longer time, like what can a business do at the end of a year? And you can have that forecasting and take more decision or risk to increase or improve your business. Okay, to expand your business, you can take that. Okay, based on all this, we can implement all the compliance and security. Now, what I could say that structured data turns raw information into a valuable insights, can lead to a better decision and business success. Okay. Now, this is what I wanted to explain you, why data is important. Any doubt so far? Okay. Now, let's go ahead. Okay. Now we built our we built our restaurant. We have everything. Now, once you're successfully running your business, what comes next to your mind? Okay. To expand your restaurant business, right? To expand your restaurant business, what you are going to do?
Open in multiple branches,
Update.
variable different locations.
Yeah. Now you are opening in a different locations. Okay. Now, for example, you take in your first location, you have implemented this all order tracking system in a servers. You are having all the servers. Okay. You have everything you have built, and in your restaurant you have this, and you have invested 1 lakh rupees to build this. I'm taking a small example as a 1 lakh. Now you have built everything. Now you go to the second location. What do? You replicate everything what you have done so far. You're going to replicate, and you have a server here also, right? It is of 1 lakh. Consider this as a 1 lakh. Now you implement this. Now this restaurant is also, after 2-3 months, you see this is also running successfully. You are having profits. Now what you do? We have a third location. We have a fourth location. In that way, you go and implement, say, 10 locations you have implemented. And let's see, when you expand your business, what all things, what all issues you are going to face. Okay. Now what happens is you are expanding, and what you are seeing, for every location you are having 1 lakh has additional cost for servers. This is important as we discussed earlier, but you are having 1 lakh, 1 lakh, 1 lakh, 1 lakh everywhere. Now, what happens? Now you are in this particular location, you are having this server, right? Is this server and second server is linked to each other? Do any information at the first location? We don't have that information at the second location, right? It's individually they are managing. Are you agree with me? Do you agree with me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now what happens? Okay. Now what happens? Now this is a high cost. Now you have to make a maintenance cost. There is a risk of failure. If any one server fails for that particular day or a days, you have to close your restaurant. Now, if you close a day, there's a loss. Okay. Now, this is a very big issue, right? The one is IT management, or you are having issues here. Okay. Now you have that one issue. Do you agree with me? Okay. Now, imagine, okay, you are a regular customer to the first location. Now, have you ever seen, whenever you're going to order any fast food, they take your information, right? What is your phone number, what you want to order, everything. Now, what happened is, I want to give you an example. I had been to another city last month. I've been to Hyderabad. So have you heard about Leon Grill fast food restaurant? Leon Grill. Okay. Now what it does, it gives you a variety of fast food. It seems like KFC, but it has one item called as salads. So I usually prefer to have a salad here. So in Bangalore, I used to usually have a salad in a particular place nearby my location. And when I had been to Hyderabad, for one salad, the price is 200. Okay. Assume it has 200. Now, when I ordered the salad in Hyderabad, he gave me for 10 rupees. How come he gave me for 10 rupees? Anyone? Any idea? Okay, let me explain. So what happens is, whenever I give my piece of information, whenever I'm ordering for particular restaurant, they are giving me something called as a royalty point. Royalty points. Okay, they're giving me something called as a royalty points, and based on every 200 rupees, they are giving me something 200 points, and 200 points is equivalent to 2 rupees or 5 rupees. Now this royalty point has come in such a way that now it is equivalent to 190 rupees. He asked me, do you want to use this royalty points? If you use it, you are going to get this particular salad for 10 rupees. Are you happy if you get for 10 rupees particular salad? You're paying 200 rupees, but you're getting for 10 rupees.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So now how he came to know about this royalty point? I was taking this particular thing was given. Let me take this. This particular thing was given in the second location, but I used to go and order in the first location. Now, if we don't have this interlink between the location, this I would have given 200 rupees again for here, and I would be not as a I would be satisfied for that moment. But now I'm happy that, oh, they are taking care of me. Now I'll be every time I'll go and order in Lianquil. For every 10 orders, I'm getting 1 order free. Now to give that 1 order, they are making us to pay for 10 salads. Now who is in profit? I'm in the profit or business is in profit?
Business.
Business is in.
Yep. So now the second issue we are having, if we don't have interconnection between that, we cannot track orders. Okay, track orders between us, between location. We have this issue. Okay. Now next is what I could say. Order tracking is done. IT, I said. Okay. Now we have these issues, right? Now how we can fix? Okay. Now another thing we could say is inventory. Okay. Now these all locations are yours only, right? You are expanded in that. For particular location, if there is any particular materials that are not available, can we send from location 1 to location 2?
Yes, we can do that.
We can do that. The issue is now we are not interconnected with any of the information. We don't know what is happening in the second location. Now to manage that also is a very big problem. To overcome all these, there is a solution. Okay. Now why this is happening? Okay. This is happening as whenever you are expanding your business, your data is increasing, your IT infrastructure is increasing, your order tracking is becoming very difficult. Now you can't track that royalty things or anything which you can do customer. Now whoever is going to order in the second location, that's also valuable customer for first location also, because he has that piece of information. We saw that, right? Data is everything that runs the restaurant business or any business. Now, to do this all things, to come up with all this, we have something called as cloud. We can implement something called as cloud. Now, what is cloud? What do you know about cloud? I just want to know. Is a cloud which we see in the sky, which we have? Some people think that's a cloud. Are we storing our data in there?
No, it's a physical place where,
Yeah.
it's a physical place. Instead of we maintain the server in our office, actually, they have a huge place, and then where, they will be having a physical place. Their server will be maintained it. So we are taking as a rent. Instead of buying that, we are paying as a rent. That's it. Like
Yeah.
how we do for houses, right? Instead of we build the house, we'll go for the rent. Whenever you want to go or going for new places, we cannot build the house, right? So we are going for rent. Same thing, cloud is something like a storage. It's a physical place only. It's not like it's on the sky or something like that.
Yep, exactly. So for those who don't know what is cloud, these companies, AWS, Azure, GCP, and many other companies. Okay, these are the three main clouds that are in demand. They have these physical servers implemented in a large location. Okay, so no one has access for this location, but they are maintaining it, and they say that whatever the things you want to implement as here, right, the servers, we will give you. We'll give a single point of connect where we can connect all your location to this and maintain it as one single restaurant. Okay. Now the cloud give that facilities. We'll see about that more when you go in the future. But I just want to give a brief idea what is cloud. Now we have all this information, all the servers built in cloud. Now you have one cloud. It can be any cloud, and you have linked all your 10 servers you have in this cloud, or 10 location you are maintaining in one piece of cloud. Now what happens is, if anything, like now we no need to implement this 1 lakh for each of the location. We have to just pay a amount equivalent, maybe 10% of this 1 lakh to cloud, and implement that in the cloud, and you can connect each other. Now you can track the customers from the other location also, because it is having one single point of storage. Okay, we can track that information also, because that is connected to one location. And you can track inventory also, because all you are storing in one location, In the second inventory, what is there, and we can have the system such a way that if any location are nearby, we can have a system. If any inventory is going ahead, and if it is there in the another inventory, we can just have a notification system where we can intimate them and we can bring that inventory to a particular location also. So let's go back to the PPT and we explore a few things. Now we saw these issues. So we saw how the scatter data is across, how messy order tracking when we have a IT infrastructure on traditional on-premise system, that is servers at the particular restaurant, we are having high IT and maintenance cost. We saw that. Now for smarter way, what we can do, we have one centralized system where all branches are connected in real time. No separate servers are there. It has connected to one system. No upfront hardware cost. Now we are doing what? Whatever you are using, you are paying only for that. We are not wasting your money for any hardware. Now, easy scaling. Now, you can grow your business according to your need. You can increase that particular configuration of the server without any downtime. Now, you have a shared inventory and order system, which we can track where is a low of stock in other, and you can see and you can send that supplies to that particular location or inventory. Now, maintenance is also very less. Now, as a cloud, they take care of everything, their security updates and backups, everything they take care. So you don't need to worry about maintenance as well. Now, the only thing you need to worry is expand your business, save money, and efficiently grow your business. So this is how we usually take. Now, let's see why cloud is essential. Now, we saw with respect to restaurant, right? Let's go ahead and see what all these things. Okay, what is scalability? What is centralized data management? What is cost efficient? We'll see these things. We'll taking one point of example, simple example. Till now, any doubt? Okay, I assume that there are no doubts. Now, what is scalability? Now, it's easily expanding without worrying about infrastructure. Now, I want to give an example. Have you ever booked anything in big billion days? Do you remember big billion days from Amazon, Flipkart?
Yeah.
Okay. Now they are marketing for a month, right? For this particular day, we are going to have this sale. Okay. We are having, you are getting the iPhone, which is for 60,000, you will get only for 38,000, 40,000. Now they are building the curiosity. Now, for example, you think Amazon has built everything on their on-prem system, these servers, which can handle 1 million of people at a time. Okay. They have built to build this particular server. They took 1 month. Okay. They are ready. They are ready to launch. Now, as soon as they launch, they see that instead of 1 million, they got 1.5 million people. Now, what will happen?
Server will crash.
Yeah, server will crash. Now, they have marketed the big billion day for 1 month. They have a server crash. They're having a customer is having very bad experience. Now they need to increase the server. Can they do that in 5-10 minutes? Now
No.
to build that
No.
1 million server, yeah, to build that 1 million server, they have taken 1 month. Now suddenly they want to increase that in 5-10 minutes. That's very, very, very difficult, right? Now, suppose they have a backup server also. They thought about this and said, okay, let me have that another same server installed nearby. Whenever that customer comes, we'll just increase that server, which is not physically easy, but I'm just giving you an example. Now, you have 1.5 million customers are coming, but you are increasing your server for 2 million. Okay. Now think about the cost. Is it a good thing to do?
No.
Now you're wasting for that 0.5 million people, right? There is no use for that, but you are giving extra space, extra memory, extra configuration, and to build that you have to pay extra. Now, even though Amazon has made a huge sale, but again they are losing somewhere in this, right? So to do that, we can you make use of cloud. In cloud, what happens? We can easily auto scale. Okay, everything is built in servers. Now, once we connect, we are not having the physical servers in our place. Now we can just connect to that server and we have something called as auto scaling feature. It says according to whatever the customers are coming in our website, you scale according to that. Maybe 1.5 million people are coming, have a buffer of 10.1 million, and you build it for 1.6 million, so that if there any other more customer comes, our system is not crashed. So we can do that. Now this increasing is nothing but auto scaling of any infrastructure, is nothing but scaling. Any doubt so far about scaling? Okay, let's move ahead. Now, centralize. Sorry, anyone is having doubts? Okay, centralized data management. Now, suppose I'll give another example. What can take? Okay, now we all have been worked up projects in our college days, right? We used to have a reports, everything. Have you ever worked in that project, school project, college projects? Now you have a team of 2 to 3 people, you are working. Now what happens? Everything you and your friend has built, and everything that is there in his local laptop system. Now you need to submit your project today, but what happens? He fell sick and he could not come to college, and you need to submit your project in 1 hour. But all the information is there in his local laptop. Now how you can access that? Do you have that access? He's staying 40 kilometers from the college, and you can't go and take those information and come back and submit your project. Now that's the issue, right? Instead of that, we can have a centralized cloud data repository where you can have that information in cloud. You can easily accessible whenever you require, just a click and take that and you can submit. And that's called as a central. Now, multiple people can access, but only there is one centralized data management system. So that's how we make use of data management in the cloud. Okay. Now, cost efficiency. Now, let me give another example. Okay. Have you ever heard about cult fit?
Yes.
Anyone joined cult fit? Okay. Now you. Yep. So what happens is, so you want to join, you have an option. Okay, you have 2 options. You have a space in your home. You can build all the equipments. You can bring treadmill, you can bring dumbbells, bench press, everything, mirrors, all the floor mats, everything, and you can build. And it is going to cost you around 2 to 3 lakh rupees. And you have a cult fit, which is giving you a year and a half subscription for just 12K or 13K. Which you would choose?
Subscription.
Yeah, you would go for subscription model. For example, you say, no, I have everything I'll build. Now everything I have built, why I should take subscription? Whenever I can easily access to my local place, and I have built this. You have built everything. Now what happens? Suppose you're working in Whitefield in Bangalore. Now you change your company, and that location is somewhere in Manyata Tech Park or Hebbal. That is 40 kilometers away. Now what happens is, you can't. Now company has asked you to come to office minimum 3 to 4 days a week. Now you are going up and down. You're not even making use of that equipment. Now you thought, okay, I can't travel. Now what can I do? I'll take another small rent place in that particular location. I'll go and stay in a PG or any particular room, and I can go to my office. Now, what's the use of this particular gym which you have set up? Is it a cost effective for you? Are you making any use of it?
No.
No, right? Now, instead of that, you have a cult fit or cult fitness. You have an option to go any gym wherever that is there in particular city. You can go nearby that particular place where you're moving on. There is another cult fit location. You can go there. You can just log in, and you can do what? You do your exercise. So in that way, it's a more cost effective. Whenever you need, you pay and you use it. Okay. So it depends on your whatever the requirement also, but most of the time, cloud is cost effective. Okay. I'm repeating again, most of the time, 90% of the time, cloud is most cost effective. We can say cloud is not cheap, I would say. If you are using your resources in a good way, it's good for your cloud. If you are making any small mistake and using unwanted services, cloud will charge you like anything. Okay, so you have to be very careful while using cloud. That one thing I wanted to explain. Okay, any doubts so far? Okay. Now, what is automation and speed? See, for any particular servers you have in your laptop, whenever you need to automatically update that. If it is running out any particular software issues, you need to update. You have to manage it everything by yourself. But in cloud, what is there? You can easily cloud will take care of everything. You just need to work on your business. That's what automation and speed comes into the picture. Now, what is our data recovery? Now, suppose you think you went to your friend's marriage. Okay, now he's a school friend. You have when you go there, you have all your school friends, and what they say, you have an iPhone with you, and they say, okay, you have a good phone, can you please take pictures of us? Now you have taken that picture, you have everything, and you are returning back. Now you have hundreds of pictures with your friends. Now since you had that iPhone is known for what? Good pictures. Now you have that everything. Now you have taken the picture. When you're coming back, what happens? You lose your phone in travel. Now everything is there in that local mobile. Now you can't get that mobile back, but you don't worry about that particular phone, but you worry about the something, that memories which you have with your school friends, is that also missing. Now you can't recover that. But same thing, if you have stored that in something as a iCloud or any Google Drive anywhere, you should take a new mobile also. As soon as you log in, you can recover all the information from the cloud. Have you ever faced this thing? Like whenever you shift to the new mobile, we can easily recover from the previous mobile. Have you ever seen this?
Yeah, we get that.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's how it is very easy to have a disaster recovery. And in cloud, whenever you store a data, there are multiple regions you can make use of based on your cost, and you can have that backup. So if any one particular server is down, we can directly access from we have multiple copies, so you can access from there. That's how we can have the disaster recovery as well. Okay. Now, remote access. Now, okay, let me give another example for you. In your childhood days, like 2010s and all, if you want to watch any particular movie, what you used to do? Not in TV, but separately if you want to watch a movie in your home. Anyone?
Usually go
Have you
to
ever, in 2010, was there any Netflix?
no,
Were you giving?
A DVD player with
Yeah, exactly. I wanted to ask this. So you have a DVD player, you have a CD where you used to put that and you used to watch the movies, right? Now, suppose you think, or you have a vacation, you're going to your any relative's home or cousin home or grandmother homes. Now, when you go there, you want to watch a movie. Can you access from your home?
no, it's not.
Right? But nowadays, you have something called as Amazon Prime, Netflix, Geo Hotstar. These all things are there. Now, what you need to do? Just need to log in and remotely access anywhere you can go. So these all things are in cloud. That's the reason you are able to access that, right? So this is how cloud makes business effectively and run the business efficiently. So that's the reason most of the companies now are moving from on-prem to cloud. Now, any doubt why cloud is essential for any growing business? Okay, let's move ahead. Now, so far, we talked about what is data. So how why data is important for particular business. So what happens if there is an increase in data? Why cloud is important? Now, my question is, what is data engineering? You all have joined for data engineering course, right? What is data engineering? To know that, first, let's take an example how much data is generated. Okay. Now, what happened? Let me go here. Okay. So what happened? My cousin usually he stays near Whitefield, so he had called me and asked, let's go connect with. It was a long time, so he asked to let's meet. And when I went, he said on weekend we'll go along, right? So I had been there, and I had been on Thursday night. And when I had been there, I saw his day-to-day activity and see just to analyze how much data a person can generate. I have seen his activity, and let's analyze a particular typical day in human life, how much data is generated. Okay. Now, for the first time, when he was going to sleep, he wore his smart watch. Okay. Why you would wear a smart watch when you're going to sleep? Anyone?
To track, I mean, if something happens,
Okay.
to send
So,
alerts.
yeah, he had a Samsung watch. He said, I asked him, you're sleeping, why are you wearing a watch? He said, I have a something as a tracking system in my smartwatch which tracks my sleep. Based on that sleep, it gives an energy score for me on the next day. So based on that energy score, I can see whether I have to push myself on the next day. And if the energy score is below par, I would take a rest on that particular day. And for that, again, here in the backend, data is generating even when you sleep. Okay. Now, next day before he sleeps, he keeps something called as the alarm clock. He keeps the alarm clock, and he keeps that in his smartwatch as well, so that he can get up. So here also, what we have generated a data. Now, as soon as he got up, now what we usually do whenever we get up? Anyone? As soon as you get up on the bed, what the first thing you do?
See the time.
Checking phone.
Yeah, checking the phone, right? He started scrolling Instagram, YouTube for 15 minutes. Okay. Now here also he's doing what? He's generating a data. Now after checking that, said, okay, let's have a coffee. Okay. He went and he saw in his fridge and he saw that there is no milk. Now he opened a particular app which can deliver in 10 minutes. Anyone? Which app is that?
Country Delight.
Blinkit.
Yeah, Blinkit. The order that in a Blinkit that been delivered in 10 minutes. Okay, they say they deliver in 10 minutes. So it can be any app. Okay, I just took an example of Blinkit. So now here also is generating a data. Okay, now when he order, he need to pay, right? For that, what he's using UPI. Here also is generating a data. Okay, now we got everything. He came, and what happened? He said, okay, I need to go to office. Now there is a meeting where I need to be at least 3 hours in office. Now what happened? It was a very cloudy weather. I said, so have you seen the weather? How you are going? Are you going on the bike? No, to check weather, he used weather app. Here also is generated data. Now you saw there is a very cloudy weather. There are chances of rain. So he went to a GPS track location to see how much long it takes to travel in. Now again, he's generating a data. Now he saw that no, it is taking around 40 minutes and it is rainy. Let's do what? Uber or Ola. He booked the Uber and Ola. To book that what? He again went to that particular app, he booked, and what he's doing? He's generating again a data. Now, while going, he has a knack of listening to music. Okay. He opened any particular music app and he's listening to data, songs. Now, again, at the back end, he's generating a data. He's just now 8 a.m. in the morning, and whatever he does, he generated a data. Okay. Now, next, as soon as you go to office, what do you do, guys? Usually, anyone?
Clock in.
Yeah, punch, right? Have to punch because he said he need to be 3 hours in office. Okay. So he did punch in, and here also he generated a data. Now, once he went, okay, let me go here. He generated data. Now, once he logged in, he saw his emails, Teams messages. He saw that, and again he generated a data there. Now he started coding. Now whatever he codes, data. Now you saw whatever we do, we track all the information in Jira tickets. Again, he did a data. Now I asked him, okay, he said there are a few meetings in the afternoon, and I asked, are you coming in the afternoon? He said, yeah, I'll be taking a half day leave and I'll be coming. Now he went to the portal and he applied for leave. Again, he generated a data. Now I asked you have important meetings. How you intimate those teams? They are from the armed US people. No, you can't on the morning day, you can't intimate them, right? So he said, don't worry, I have something called as a smart alerts in my team. Okay. Whenever whoever will message me, automatically a message will go. Okay, saying I'm out of office. Okay, again he generated data. Now to have a lunch, he said, okay, there is a particular app for his company which has all the lunch in the cafeteria. To order lunch, he generated a data. Okay, now he did everything. He came back and he said, okay, I want to go to a gym. Okay, let's go a gym. Now, while going gym, he has again wore a smartwatch to track his workout data. And suppose he's going for cult fit. Okay, now to go a cult fit, he said, I need to book a slot for a particular day. And for that also he generated a data. Once he came back, I said, okay, let's watch some movies in Netflix. Okay, again, data is generating. Now, while watching a movie, he saw one notification from Amazon say that this is a smartwatch smartphone which you're looking, and you have a great deal on that. Now he started scrolling on Amazon and tried to order that. Now again, data. Now at the end of the day, we thought, okay, let's have some food outside. Instead of going, we'll order. To that, we just went to Google and we search a restaurant near us. Again, we ordered a data. Okay. Next thing is, once we saw a particular restaurant, we thought, okay, we'll order from the Zomato. Okay. Again, we generated a data. Okay. Now he came, he gave a delivery, everything happened. Now, before sleeping, he thought to call his mom. Again, data to the backend. And again, before going to sleep, what he did, again, smartwatch tracking. Okay. Again, data. Now, as a single person, okay, we are doing this much activity. Whatever you click, whatever you search, whatever you do in a particular day, you are generating this much amount of data as a single person. Consider you are generated 1 GB of data per day. Now he was living in a building which has 1,000 people. Okay, how much amount of data they are generating in a day? 1 TB of data. A single building. And how many buildings we have in Bangalore? Just Bangalore, we don't know. So everything you do, whatever you do, is generated, and these data, even let me go here. What is this? Now, these are some of the facts about how much data is generated each day. Google is processing over 8 billion searches per day. Whatever you search, that is 8 billion searches have been done per day. Okay. For every minute, 500 hours of videos have been uploaded. What is one hour of video? How much usually the data might be? Or what's the size of that particular data? Anyone? Any guess?
Around 4 to 500 MB.
Yeah. Let's consider it as 1 GB also if you have high resolution. 500 GB of data you are uploading in YouTube for every 1 minute. Okay. That's a huge data, right? And Facebook generates around 4 petabytes of data daily. That's around 4 million GBs. Facebook is nothing, having WhatsApp, Instagram, everything comes under one, that is Facebook. So whatever you're doing, you are generating this much amount of data. Now, Amazon also collects whenever you click everything in Amazon, they are also back and they are generating a data. So every search, every order, every click, what all you are doing is have stored as a valuable data. Do you agree with me?
Yes.
Okay. Now, we said this much amount of data we are generating. What's the use of data? Why? Now you are saying here Google process 8 billion searches per day. Now, have you ever thought why Google is not charging for your searches? Now you just think if you have just charged 0.1 cent also for one search, how much Google might be earning per day? Have you ever thought why they don't charge anything? Anyone? Okay, so let me explain it. Whatever you do in Google, that is generated as data, and they have that information. They have each and every information about yourself. Okay, what location you are doing, what search you are doing, what you want. They have all the information with them. Now they track every search and try to understand the user behavior. They know wherever you go and suggest, wherever you go and say nearby restaurant, malls, even they know what the particular people are searching at the particular location. Now Google uses this information to run ads. Okay. Now, for example, have you ever seen whenever you search for any running shoes, you just search in Google and come back and go and open any website to search anything for particular information, you start there are ads populated for you. 70% off in this running shoes. Go and search in Amazon. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah.
Yes.
So what Google is doing, they have the information. They go to the company and say, dude, I'll give you information, I'll give you data, you pay me for this. They are what you click anything in the internet, that is gone. That Google is having. You can't secure the data. So it's very important. You should not mention any of your important things in the internet. Once it's gone in internet, it's public. Okay. They have all that information and they go to the businesses and say, we will give you data. You can run your ads. We will divert the people, whoever is required. If you pay us more, we will give your ads in front. You pay us less, whoever is not paying us less, their ads will be going later. Now, Google and YouTube are one. They have their own companies. I have seen whenever you click on the YouTube, there are a lot of ads coming, right? You need to skip. They not even allow you to skip. Have you ever seen?
Yeah.
Now, for example, in YouTube only, you are searching related something to data engineering. You search from the morning, you are going to search. And the next day you go in Instagram, you see ads like particular coaching institute is running this batch. Have you ever seen our KSR Data Vision ads whenever you are seeing in Instagram or anything?
Yes.
Okay. How we are doing this? We don't have your information, but also that data, that particular ad is reaching to you. How? We have reached out to Google saying that we have paid this much of amount and we are asked to help to grow our business. Any business will do this, and Google charge hefty amount for them to run their business. Now, if they don't have your data and they start charging for every search you do in Google, will they able to run this business? Will you go and search anything in Google once they start charging you for every search you do?
No.
That's the reason Google never charges you for any search. Okay. Now coming to Amazon. Okay. Now they track your searches, clicks, and whatever you have added in your cart. Have you ever seen whenever you want to take a particular item, you search it, you track it, and you add your cart, but you think this is a bit costly, we won't take it, and you go back. And next day you have a notification popping up saying this is a reduction in this particular price. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah, multiple times.
How they are able to do that? They are able to do that because they are tracking your behavior. based on your recommendation, based on your search, they recommend a particular similar product on your past order as well. What are your needs? They see and they change their prices on top of that so that you can buy the product from the Amazon. So how this is happening? Again, they're tracking with the help of data. Without data, they can't do this, right? Now, Swiggy and Zomato, we already discussed how they give a smart recommendation for the food chains. We've seen that. Now, Facebook and Instagram, okay? Now, Facebook and Instagram, you see that a lot of influencers are there in Instagram, right? They ask, like our video, like our video. Why they ask you to like the video, share the video?
For better reach.
Yep. So they have built in such a way that the more likes they can add particular ads for their particular profile. They can add ads on that. The reach is more. They have built their algorithm in such a way that they can run more and more ads. It's not a free for everyone. Everything you are clicking, everything you're uploading, Facebook and Instagram, they are making use of your information. It's not safe. They might say this, everything encrypted, we are not using, but no, they are making use of your data based on your requirement. They start releasing ads in Instagram. So if you're anything you need, they release and they try to make that come. Have you ever seen? Now recently I saw one ad. So I was trying to search a mobile. I was trying to search a mobile phone, and when I saw the Samsung S24 Ultra that was having a price, and I saw and started seeing the Samsung ads continually for every two to three reels or scrolls I do, that ad was coming. Why? Because again, the companies are tied up with these companies to run the ads based on the data we generate. Okay, so this is how each and every business run behind data. Why? Because if we have information about the customers, we can convert that customer into something which can run our business. We can increase our business. This is how every company is running behind the data. Now, any doubt so far? Okay, so I think we have covered a lot of things today. I just don't want to overwhelm with a lot of information. Tomorrow we'll be continuing this demo and we'll see more about what is data engineering, how they do, what all things they do, why Snowflake is in demand. So what all things you need to do, learn to be a good data engineer. So we'll see that tomorrow. So I hope you learned something today. Was that class interesting?
Yes, it is interesting.
Okay. I'm open to questions. If you have any questions, please do ask.
Hey, am I audible?
Fee structure. Fee structure.
We'll see that. We'll see tomorrow. We'll see what all syllabus we have, everything. We'll see what all things we are going to learn, why you need to learn Snowflake only. We'll see everything. And at the end, I'll be explaining how to access the videos, what are the free structures, what are the syllabus. We'll see tomorrow. I hope that is fine, right? Let's not hurry. Since this is our first day, we have first 5 classes as free demos. You can join and you can attend. You can see the way I teach. If you like it, then you can take it.
Hey, hi. Am I audible?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. So I thought of asking, like, is there a course content? I know this Snowflake, but with respect to the AWS, what all kind of services are we covering on this? Do we have the course content, all those?
I think course content might be uploaded in your free demo classes. I'll check with admin.
Okay.
If not uploaded, tomorrow I'll be showing the course content as well. But I just want to give a brief information as you asked this. So this main importance will be given to Snowflake for this particular course. We'll be covering almost 70 to 75% in the Snowflake and related to service, that is DBT, Matillion, and Snowpark, and what all AWS services that is required for as a Snowflake developer, that will be covered.
Okay, got it.
Yep.
All right, thank you.
Okay, one question. So what is the prerequisite for Snowflake developer? Anything
No.
need to know before getting into Snowflake?
So from start of this class, did you understand whatever I thought?
So start of the session, it was just introduction about data engineer.
Yeah. Did you understand whatever we thought, what I thought today?
Yeah. So it was just a generic.
That's the prerequisite because we are going to start from scratch. We are going to learn SQL, then we are going to enter into Snowflake. So whatever you do in Snowflake, mostly SQL is required. So
Okay.
no prerequisite is required for this class. We'll be starting everything from scratch.
Okay, since you mentioned around 70 to 80% on Snowflake, so what would be the duration of entire course and particularly Snowflake and other?
Yeah.
Uh,
So
other
for that, again, tomorrow I'll be explaining, but for give you a brief idea, the course will be for around 4 to 4.5 months. If anything is required, we'll be stretching to 4.5 months, but most of the things we will try to cover in 4 months because we don't want to stretch our batches so that you also need to get into a market and start applying for job, right? Every day it will be 1.5 hour class so that for first around 3 to 4 weeks we'll cover a SQL. Then around 5 to 6 weeks will be Snowflake with Snowpark and Python. Then we'll be covering DBT 2 weeks, Matillion around 1 to 2 weeks, then AWS around 2 to 3 weeks. So it will come around 4 to 4.5 months.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Hello,
Yep.
sir. Good morning. Hey, good morning, sir.
Yep.
Sir, if I know about only Snowflake, then what type of job can I apply for this Snowflake developer, Snowflake engineer? Like,
Sorry, I'm not able to hear you. Can you repeat that again?
if I only know about Snowflake, so what about job role can I apply? Like Snowflake engineering and Snowflake
See,
developer.
For a Snowflake, anything as a data engineer who is using Snowflake, you can apply. You can apply as a Snowflake with DBT. That is one profile that has been very hot in market. Snowflake with any other ETL tool. Now, for this particular course, we are using Matillion. Now, once you learn Matillion, it is all other ETL tools are similar to Matillion.
So
We'll be
which
discussing about that tomorrow, but I'm saying you can apply for that as well. Sorry. Yeah, you're
yes,
saying something?
yes, sir. Which ETL tool can I get with Snowflake with AWS or?
Yeah, Matillion. We are teaching Matillion specifically because Snowflake goes well with Matillion. If you use IICS also, there are a lot of ETL tools. They are using IICS, they are using Python, but Matillion goes very well with Snowflake. So we are teaching, and even in the market, Matillion is having more demand with respect to Snowflake. We are teaching Matillion with Snowflake and ELT tool as a DBT we are teaching. So we are teaching two tools so that you can have wide range of opportunities in the market. So to cover AWS also, we are covering why? Because since you have one cloud in your profile, your profile will be boosted. That's the reason we are adding AWS as
well. Okay, but Snowflake with AWS is a worldwide opportunities are there, right?
Yep. Whenever you go with Snowflake, the most of the companies will go with AWS.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yep.
So I have one question, Shiva, like on which database system will
not mandatory.
Sorry? Go one by one. Sorry for that.
Mandatory.
I am not able to hear you.
The ETL tools are not mandatory. If I know about Snowflake with AWS.
Yep. It's not a mandatory. You can just learn Snowflake, but the opportunity you get is very less. Okay. If you know any ETL tool that adds to your profile and you can have wide range of opportunity in the market and you can give for multiple job openings will open for you and you can give for multiple jobs also. That's the reason we have added ETL. If you don't want to go with Matillion, at least you have to learn DBT because that is widely used in all the companies.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Shiva, like on which database system will SQL be taught in this course?
MySQL, because MySQL is an open source and easy to learn. So we'll be starting with MySQL.
Thank you.
Yeah. Any other doubt, guys?
Hi Shiva. Is it audible?
Yeah.
Regarding this auto scaling, like which you explained, so how it is different from like GCP BigQuery also database. So that is also having the auto scaling and all. So like basically how it is different.
See, Okay, we'll see that tomorrow again. Why Snowflake, why BigQuery, why we are not using BigQuery, why we are not using Redshift. So competitor for Snowflake is from AWS, there is a service called Redshift. From GCP, there is a service called BigQuery. And from Azure, there is a service called Synapse. These are the competitor. But even though these are the big companies, Snowflake is dominating on top of this. Why? We'll see that tomorrow. We'll get more idea on that.
Okay. And one more question, like if you don't know the DBT means, unlike only with Snowflake can we get the job opportunities? I mean,
See,
like what is the
okay,
ratio?
I'll give an example. Now we have a 10 job openings, right? Okay, we have a 10 job openings. You, even though they're only using Snowflake, but in your profile you have mentioned, I know DBT, I know Matillion, I know AWS, along with Snowflake. Okay. Now, if you are a HR, you're trying to hire a guy who knows only Snowflake or he knows these services also. Who are you going to give first preference?
Yeah, it's Snowflake with DBT.
Yeah, because because now what happens is DBT is invested themselves in such a way that they have made you use Snowflake very easily. They have everything. Now, whatever you need to do in Snowflake, you need to write a long length of codes, SQL codes, complex codes. But DBT makes your life easy. We can implement very easily, very fastly. That's the reason even companies are going with DBT. And for DBT, they are making use of resources from Snowflake also. They're not having their own resources and all. They are on top of Snowflake they're using. That's the reason you need to have this in your resume. You can get the number of opportunity only for Snowflake as well. But if you have wide range of tools in your profile, you can go, you have wide number of opportunities will be open for you. And you know that, right? In the current market situation, only with a single tool, they are not hiring. They are not even calling. Okay. They expect a lot from the candidates.
So I have a last question, at the end of this project, of course, we can expect project
Yep. For after SQL will be having one project, and after Snowflake we'll try to implement with Python with Snowflake as a project, and after DBT we'll be having one project. And I'll try to if time permits, we'll have also AWS with Snowflake as one project.
So basically, we'll build the pipelines and all that.
Yep. We are going to do that. If you don't build, how you'll come to know that? You need to know that real time how it works. You need to know. Then only we'll be able to explain in the interviews. So we'll definitely will do that.
Sagar, regarding the DBT, are you going to cover the cloud part, cloud ID?
Yeah.
Okay.
Only cloud DBT, because DBT core no one is using now because it doesn't have much functionality as that of DBT cloud. Again, to run everything in DBT core, you need to depend on other tools to schedule also, like Airflows and all. It's a big headache. So usually company go with DBT cloud.
Okay. Thanks.
Sagar, here you are covering Python also, right?
Yeah. Whatever you required for Snowpark, to know Snowpark, you need to know Python. So we'll cover Python, and even to learn few services in the AWS also, you need to know Python, right? We'll be covering whatever is required for as data engineer we are going, because this is not a Python developer course. If I start teaching Python, it will only take 4 months. That's not required as a data engineer.
Okay, you will tell only whatever the required for the as a data engineer.
Yep.
Okay.
Hi, Sagar. We have a multi-cloud data engineering course also. And what will be the difference between these two? This is also related to the data engineering, right?
You'll come to know that tomorrow. Why that what is the difference between that and this course? You'll come to know that tomorrow. Have a little bit patience, because I don't want to rush everything in one day.
Okay.
Yep.
Sagar, will AI any impact on this Snowflake? Now everything
We'll
is
talk about that also tomorrow. Don't worry. Okay, we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Hi, Sagar. This is Manoj. I just joined in, and I just wanted to continue the question. Just one of the member asked about this difference between Snowflakes and the the other multi-cloud engineering. So
Yeah,
as you
that's
already
what.
mentioned, yeah, as you
No,
already mentioned that.
yeah, we'll talk about that tomorrow. Today we just talked about what is data, why data, how data is generated,
Okay.
why data is important. We just had a
Mhm.
brief idea. So because there are few people who are completely new to data, they don't know what is cloud and all. We need to take care of them also, right? So we just
Okay.
started with the basics. Tomorrow we'll deep dive why Snowflake only we need to learn what's the difference between Snowflake and other cloud providers which they are giving. What is the difference between Snowflake and Databricks? Why you need to go with Snowflake? We'll discuss everything tomorrow.
Okay. So, Sagar, only request is that can you explain in brief, because since tomorrow and day after tomorrow, I have to go to work and I'm doing the night shift. So my shifts end at 4 o'clock. So I
Okay,
reach by 6.
what is your doubt?
So I just wanted to know what is the difference between the other course, the multi-cloud and the Snowflakes,
Okay. See,
the one
other
which is on. Yeah.
in the multi-cloud, we are having Databricks with it's a mostly Azure specific tech stack. Okay, 80 to 90% of the course is on Azure tech stack, and you're going to get information about AWS and GCP. How and if any work you get right, you will have that knowledge how to use which services and how. This particular course is mainly on Snowflake with AWS. If you want to start your career as a Snowflake engineer, this is a course for you. If you want to start as an Azure data engineer, then that is a course for you.
Okay. And may I know what is the demand in the market for
Both have equal number of options. Snowflake
right.
is also Snowflake is been in demand from 2019 till now. Still the demand is increasing. Now
Okay.
earlier Databricks did not have that much demand, but now when we saw from 2 to 3 years, that also demand has increased. Now both have equal number of opportunities in the market.
Right.
We'll see tomorrow for
Yeah.
sure. Why you need to go with Snowflake only has a pressure or has a new to data engineer, why it's more easy, we'll see that tomorrow.
Yeah, sure. I'll definitely try to join in.
Sure.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Any doubts, guys?
Yes, Sagar, I have one doubt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like as a majorly I'm a fresher, I don't know much more about the data and all. So I just wanted to ask, like the Google and the Meta, whatever the data you're using, they are using for the ads, right? Ad purpose. So for other companies, they will be provide the ads regarding the data. So rest of all other companies also they're like for the users the data, like what is the purpose they will be used it and how they will be
Okay.
used this data.
Okay. Okay. Now you opened your e-commerce business. Okay. You open your brand. Okay. Now you are new to business, right? You don't know no customer has come and brought any sales from you. You have data. Can you go and target the people and say, go and inform the people, say, I have opened my business, please take, do you have any information? You have my number to send the information to me?
No.
Then where you are going to get that? Google has that everything. They have that tracking system. You can say, you can go and say, Google, this is my location. In this nearby location, I need to run ads and you need to send to this particular piece of people. So now you're searching you as a customer, you search for, I'm searching any t-shirt in the Amazon. Now I need to run the ads in Instagram such a way that this person I need to target. Now Google or Instagram or Facebook, you help me with that so that I can reach to you.
Right.
Once I have that information, now your business is set, you have all the data. Again, you will not be going to with the Google or Instagram or anything. You have that data, but to run the ads also you need to go again because these are the market people who are running ads. You can't run your own ads. It will cost you more money.
Right.
Yeah. You got that?
Yeah, got the point.
Clear? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Any doubts, guys? So if there is no doubts, can we close the session for today?
Sagar, I have only one actually.
Yeah.
My project is requirement is we need have to be DBT as well as the Snowpark. How depth you are going to cover these two topics? I saw it in the.
DBT mainly will be covering with Snowflake, integrating with Snowflake. But Snowpark is something like not all companies are using. We'll give an idea like how everything works in Snowpark. So if anything you need to write a code in Snowpark, how you integrate. So Snowpark is nothing but you are writing a Spark code inside the Snowflake with help of Python or Scala. Okay, so we'll teach you how you can write or what are the codes. So from basic to advanced, we'll try to expand that.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Any doubt, guys? Okay. If you don't have any doubts, yeah, get in.
Yeah, I have one question here. So Snowflake, right? So in what level you are going to take care for this training? So what level? Actually, we have some couple of years of IT industry experience on different platform. Okay, so you plan to migrate to Snowflake. So if you are attend this training, so at the end of the training, so what level of experience we can show and then get the job on this?
Okay, I would say like I've been working on Snowflake from past 5 years. So what all things I have learned in that past 5 years, I'll try to cover each and everything. And all the advanced topic. Now there are something called the hybrid tables that have been implemented from the Snowflake. It's been only from 3 to 4 months that's been live. We'll cover that well also. All the advanced topic that are new features are there. We'll cover that also. So Snowflake is one tool we are covering end to end.
Okay. Even though Snowflake with AI, Snowpark, Cortex, and machine learning also you are going to cover?
No, not only related to data engineering will be, not AI.
Only related. Okay.
Yeah.
So and then PySpark also you are going to cover end to end?
I would say it's a Snowpark because it is little bit different in the syntax, but almost 80 to 90% of the what do you say concepts are same, but syntax will be different in Snowpark little bit. So only related to that will be covering, not a complete PySpark. Because if we start teaching each and everything, we can't complete in 4.5 months. And if we stretch to 5-6 months, you lose interest in the course and you won't even do that. We don't want that. So our main motto is to make sure that you learn everything that is required to get a job, survive in the job, and do your day-to-day activities.
Yeah. But how many years of experience we can show after this training?
See, I'll give example. There will be a lot and lots of assignments in the classes. I'll be giving after each and every topic which I do, I'll be giving assignments. If you attend daily classes, if you do all the assignments, if you implement all the projects we do, we can show up to 4 to 5 years. If you are giving 75% efforts, you reduce 1 year. If you're giving 50%, you reduce another 1 year. If you are only attending class, you are not doing anything, we can at least show 1 to 2 years.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yep.
So, after learning Snowflake, DBT, AWS, can I apply as a fresher's role?
Yeah. Now again, tomorrow we'll discuss about it for sure. As a fresher, also we can go with Snowflake. That's not an issue, but you'll be having less opportunity compared to the experienced people. But it's not like you don't have any opportunity. You have this cloud in your resume. For sure, you need to put little more efforts than the other who have experience. That will be guiding you throughout the courses. How as a fresher also you need to do all the things you need to be active in LinkedIn. You need to post some things. You need to showcase yourself. You need to build your profile. We'll be helping you out with that. As a fresher also you have opportunities.
Yes, that's why if I learn in Snowflake, AWS, and DBT, can I apply fresher's role?
Yeah, you can apply. For sure you can apply.
Job opportunities are available?
Yeah, job opportunities are, that's what I said, right? Job opportunities are there for each and every personals, but as a freshers, you'll be having a little bit, not has experienced guy, you need to put a little bit more efforts, that's it. I'm not saying it's not there, but you need to put efforts from your side. You need to reach out to the HRs. We'll also help you. We have a placement cell or anything, openings are there, right? In KSR also a lot of students who are placed. There are any openings from KSR also they will help you, but it depends on how much efforts you put.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Any doubts, guys? Okay. Okay, then we'll meet tomorrow again at the same time, 7 a.m. IST. And we'll continue the course and we'll see more about Snowflake tomorrow. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Have a nice day.
Thank you.